Hey everybody, today's lesson is about how to learn to play chords all over the fretboard. Now, if you have taken a look on the previous lesson, you would have learned that we have 5 basic major chords and then we have another 3 minor chords. Now, these chords we are playing on the first position, that is, if we place our first finger, the index finger, on the first fret, we're in the first position, or open position, the same. Now, the 5 shapes are this, the 5 chords, major chords. As C is number 1, we named it number 1, and A is number 2, 3 is the G, 4 is the E chord, and the last one is D, which is number 5. So C, A, G, E, and D. These are the 5 shapes. Now, from these 5 chord shapes, major chords, we have 3 minor. The A becomes, from a major, becomes a minor. Just change one finger, so it's like here, there, it's just becoming a minor. The E, it was a major, we just remove the first finger, it becomes a minor. And the D, we're just switching these 2 fingers there, so from a D major, it's a D minor. Now, you have to bear in mind that some of these chords will have open strings. That means that we don't press anything, but we play them. So in the case of the C, we have a G open string and an E open string, the first and the third. And the 6th string, which is the top one, we don't play it at all. So we try to avoid to play that. Alright, so this is the C. In the case of A chord, which is the 2 chord, we have the A, which is the root, we play. And also we play the first string, a high E string, but we don't play the 6th, the low E. So we have 2 open strings, the A and the E. The E is the first and the A is the 5th string. In the case of number 3 shape, which is a G shape, G chord, we have the 3 middle strings. The middle is the 2nd string, the B, the G, the 3rd string, and the D is the 4th string that they're open. So I don't need to play anything on them, press anything, just I'm using them. But if I play the whole chord like this, and the number 4 is the E, we play the low E open string and the first 2 strings, the high E and the B string. And the last one is the number 5 shape, is the D chord. We just play open D string, which is the root, right? The root means the note that the name of the chord comes from. So if it's a D, it's a D root. Alright, my friends, so now before we continue to learn how to play any chord on the fretboard, we first have to be able to play any of these 5 shapes right away on the guitar, and also the 3 minor shapes. So I should be able to play the first shape, and then the 2nd shape, and then the 3rd shape, the 4th shape, which is an E, and the D shape, which is the 5. Right? So you should be able to do a little bit of strumming. Change from the one to the next. Also, we should be able to do this in minor. And also we can change from major to minor chord shapes. So it's the same. So if I have like this is a C, I can go to A minor. Then I can go to D minor. I can go to G major, and I can go to E major, A minor, for example. So I should be able to change from any shape of these 8 shapes, the 5 major and the 3 minor. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to show you how to use these 5 shapes to play any chord on the guitar. It's pretty simple. You have number 1 shape, which is a C chord. I'm just going to use, instead of these 3 fingers, which is the 3rd, 2nd and 1st finger, I'm just going to put in their place the 4th, 3rd and the 2nd finger, right? So instead of having 3, 2, 1, I'm going to have 4, 2, 3, right? So this is a C chord again. I'm just using the 3 different fingers. So if I'm just moving this is the root, by the way, here, which is on the 5th string with the pinky now. It was on the 3rd finger, now it's on the 4th finger because the 4th replaced the 3rd finger. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this whole shape just 1 tone higher. That means 2 frets. 1, 2. So from a C it becomes a D. But what happens here, I have 2 open strings, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my finger lightly without pressing, and I have everything light now. I'm not actually pressing anything. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shift the whole finger like this. You see? I'm just keeping the first finger outside and just sliding it with it. So if I go 1, 2, so basically it's the same C shape, but now what happens, I'm playing a D chord with the shape number 1, the C shape, right? So this is a D chord now, but using the C shape. It's easy. C, D, but I just have to press the first finger, right? So this is a C, this is a D. How do I know it's a D? Because the root here, it used to be there, it's a C. C to D, it's 1 tone, right? As you remember, the half tones are E to F and B to C. So if I go from a C to D, it's a tone. So that means I have to go 2 frets higher. 1, 2. So this is C, D, right? The root on this shape, on the C shape, is on the 5th string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the A string on the 3rd fret in this case. Now I have to go 2 higher, and then I'm gonna have to press the first finger to cover the first 3 strings. So this is a D. Now if I want to make the same, just go 2 more higher. 1, 2, this is going to be an E chord there, right? Etc. If I go there, it's going to be an F, half a tone. And then if I go 2 higher, it's going to be a G, because F from G, F to G is a tone. So what happens now, I have this shape, I can cover any chord. It's a C, it's a C sharp, it's a D, it's a D sharp, it's an E, it's an F, half tone, F sharp, G, etc. Right? So I have to have pressed the first finger, right? After this shape, the C shape, I have to use the next fret right besides it to just be able to play the chord. Alright, so we have C. Now let's just use the A shape now. The A shape, we have the root on the 5th string. I don't have to press it because in the case of A chord, the root is right outside, so I'm using open string, so I don't need to press anything. But let's say I want to have a B chord. So this is A to B, it's a tone. So I'm just moving the whole thing 1 tone higher, that means 2 frets, right? So this is a B. If I want a C, B to C is a half tone, so I gotta go here, another 1 fret. So what happens, I'm not just moving these 3 fingers, which is the shape of A, I'm just shifting it. I'm just having this like this, and another one there. So 1 tone and a half is going to become A, B, and then C. Then I have to press the first finger to cover the whole thing until the 5th string. Okay, until the 5th string, and it becomes a C chord now with using the A shape. So this is A shape again here, there it is, and this is a C chord using the A shape. So this is C, this is C. So going from the number 1 shape to the number 2 shape, it's actually functioning in every chord. So this is a 1 C going to the A shape, which is number 2. Now let's go from number 2 to number 3. This is number 2 and we're playing a C chord. If I want to use the number 3, which is number 3, is a G chord. So this is a G chord, alright. It's a G. Let's just use this alternate fingering now. In each one of these fingers, we're just going to be using different fingers. but it's equally the same sound. So from the G we have the second, first and third finger. Now we're going to have the third, second and fourth finger, substituting these other three fingers. So now if I have a G, the G note is there. So we have to remember in each case, like in the case of the first fingering, that the root is there, right, on the fifth string, right? And then on the second actually is right there. So if I move like A, B, C half tone, and I'm just placing the finger there, the finger's the shape is going to be number 2. So if I go C, if I want to have a D shape with the number 2 shape, the A shape, the finger is going to be right there, right? So the root. Now, from going from the second finger to the third shape. The third shape is a G shape. So if I have a G, then it's A, B, and half tone is a C. Now I have to place the first finger right there. It's a little bit stretch. Have it relaxed your finger before you just actually put some force. Just have it relaxed and just place it over the whole fretboard and just play it like this. Now this is a C shape. So it's a C chord with the G shape. I'm sorry. So I'm using the 3 shape, the G shape, to play a C chord. If I move it higher, it's going to be a D here, 2 frets higher. So 1 tone. So this is a C. So if I use like this is a C with the number 2, is a C again with the A shape with the number 2. So the root is the same. There is the root, and now with the first finger is the root. Now this is going to be here with the third finger is the root. And if I go from the number 3 to the number 4, I'm just going to use the E shape, which is the number 4, using the same root. This is the third finger here. Okay, I'm just going to put the first finger, I'm just going to put the E shape right next to it, so it becomes the number 4. It's very easy to do this because E is there, right? And then if I want to have E is there, and then F, G, A, B, and C is right there, half tone. I'm just going to have the first finger press the whole thing down. So this is a C chord. So this is a C with number 1 shape. This is a C with number 2 shape. This is a C with number 3 shape. How do I find it? The root on the third shape is on the 6th string, and the root on the 5th, the root also on the 4th shape is again on the 6th string. Now the root on the first shape is on the 5th string, A string. The root on the A shape is on the 5th string again, with the first finger this time. Then I have to find with my third finger to play the number 3, the root on the 6th string, the E, low. And now the root is again on the 6th string with the first finger, and I'm playing this number 4 shape, the E shape.